Get somebody to hop on.
I'm so sorry.
All right, so we got two players getting right into it for the spot Winterside Grands. If I were to be honest, I think this is definitely a LukeAtNight favored matchup. Hello, hello. Who do we have here?
Gamer man. What's up?
What's their Twitter?
Pace Whiffle _ pace, just regular pace.
All right, incredible.
That was something. That's all I'll say about it. Here to talk about the true. I don't even know. How does this matchup go traditionally for these two people?
Traditionally for Luke?
Just in general, like I'm just saying, like how does this head-to-head go?
Okay, so I don't know if they've ever played each other before, but if they had, are you guys heading out? Are you, okay.
No, I'm with them. Could you imagine they just leave me? That'd be fucked up.
What is it? How does this head-to-head go? I don't know if these guys have ever played each other, but if they have, it's probably Luke favored. Luke is and was one of the best players in Tampa for many years. Now he's made his great return. Raid has always been one of the best players in our area,
Yes,
but I think given the matchup and how it usually can favor Falco over, Captain Falcon, this is probably a Luke favored matchup.
Luke does seem like a like I don't know. Luke is just like a Falco. If that like you know how there's some Falcos who are really bad at like their good matchups, like Ginger. Like Luke just seems like he's good at all the good matchups for Falco, and then like kind of okay at like the ones that are like pretty bad. At least on Marth, because I've seen him fight Marth. I think that seems like his weakest. But like everything other matchup he plays is so solid. Like it's so good.
One thing I noticed today when I was playing him in my set, Luke likes to talk about how he never uses his reaction time. He's like, if I can leave reaction out of it entirely, I would, because reacting is hard.
It is hard.
And that makes a lot of sense, right? But that's not entirely true, right? Because Luke has a thing where he sets up situations where the Rolodex of moves that you would use, you probably don't even know what a Rolodex is, but essentially the library of moves that you would use in a situation is only 4 or 5 good answers. And he's got a pre-planned answer for every single one of them, basically. Yeah. So he limits basically the big infinite pool of melee knowledge and melee interactions that you can do at any given point in time down to 3 or 4 good options that he's expecting. And he's got a plan and a way to react and quickly react off of each one of them. Because I was playing him today, and I saw both in friendlies and in tournament, and I saw a lot of things that he was doing where he was just waiting and then reacting to it. And I was like, wait a minute.
That was so sick. Is that a kill?
Yeah, it's a kill.
So
yeah,
sick.
Suicide dare.
That was such a crazy combo. He just used every aerial, I think.
Yeah, he's insane.
That's crazy. Yeah, I think the one giveaway that he absolutely just laps other Falcos is his recovery. I could not edge guard that guy, and I've played some pretty good Falcos, top 100 Falcos, and they're significantly easier to edge guard. That whole set that I played could not hit that guy.
Yeah, Luke is absolutely insane.
He is really
He's
good.
very skilled against Sheik too, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
For years and years, shout out to Zaphod. He's not really playing anymore, but it was in the Skypad, the Zaphod Waffles rivalry, and yeah, they would just go. Every year or every week they would be number 1 and number 2 in the bracket.
That's hype. Yeah, he is really good at this matchup. I asked him after. I was like, all right, what are things I need to do? Because I've been working on this matchup a lot, and even though that set didn't show it, I still feel a lot better.
Not this matchup. You're talking about Sheik.
Yeah, Sheik Falco. I've been working on Sheik Falco a lot, and I feel like
oh my God, Luke's
even though that set didn't show
crazy.
it, he is going nuts. That there was a lot of things I did good or better. And he gave me a whole list of stuff. He's very insightful, especially how you pick that up in 4 games is really incredible.
Yeah.
Especially he told me that he actively just reacts to whatever you're doing, or where you are on stage, and then picks that recovery option to beat it, as opposed to just picking an option prematurely. And that's it sounds so simple, right? You're just thinking, but people don't do that.
Yeah, it's true.
God.
Like that's exactly what I was talking about. How he narrows the list of things that you can do down to like, well, there's like 4 good things that he can do here and a bunch of bad ones, but I'm not going to care about the bad ones. So I'm only going to pay attention to the 4 good ones. So it's like, I don't know. Oh my God, what a cheeky up air! Oh,
That's such a Falco moment. That's
for
a Falco
real.
moment.
Not to count out Mike. Mike, an excellent player in his own right.
Yeah.
Very conservative Captain Falcon player. Oh my God. And just like that, Luke's back on stage. 76%, pretty good, but not good enough, really, because if you let him get a little bit of momentum going, he's going to dunk you just out like that off stage.
I know Raid's like a Battlefield lover, but I feel like playing like a different stage would just help so much.
Raid's not a believer in stages in general.
That's weird.
He like generally doesn't believe in
They
them.
absolutely matter. That's like copium, a little bit.
Is it?
I think it's copium.
I feel like it's the opposite of copium. He's just because then you're taking full responsibility. Oh, it's like, oh, I didn't lose because of the stage. It was like I lost because it was worse than the
I
other
guess
guy.
it's like copium in one way, but not copium in another way.
I think it's less copium in the most important way. Accountability, baby.
I guess accountability is always important.
I hate accountability. it's always somebody else's fault, not my own.
But like absolutely thinking that like just Battlefield is like your go-to stage and like it's like your best. Sometimes you just gotta switch off. Like especially if it's not working. Not saying that it's not right now because they've both been last stock games so far. But
Back air, yeah, that's probably it, right?
that's
Yeah,
it.
Laser's gonna
No,
stop that
He's got it.
right in his tracks.
Oh, he had the drift. That drift was so impressive. Battlefield is Falco's best stage in this matchup, IMO. I think so too. From what I've seen.
It's not. It's certainly not a bad stage, right?
Oh, not at all. I feel
No
like,
way is it a bad
I
stage.
feel like a stage like Dreamland would just help a lot. Like you get a lot more space.
And here we are, back to Battlefield.
You can work platforms a bit better because those platforms are really awkward. I genuinely just have a lot more space to run around, and I think that stage is just pretty good.
I think there's one thing we need to talk about as well, which is like the defeatist attitude, which is like Mike is definitely a player where it's
such a
like
great
when
athlete.
he's winning, it's like so hard to stop, like
Yes.
because he like gets in his head like I'm winning and I'm not gonna not win, but like when he starts losing, or like. Because I heard him talking in the venue earlier. He's just like, well, I'm playing Luke earlier. I guess I'm boned. You know what I mean? And it's just like, if you have that mentality coming in, whenever you start getting just like, whenever you give Falco that power, you know what I mean? It can be so detrimental to the rest of your play style.
The fact that Luke just shield DI'd away, but was still able to back air Raptor boost, that was incredible. Is also incredible. He's so fast. Look at him.
Yeah, Luke is insane. Actually,
His lasers are especially really good.
he beat Salt.
He has beat Salt.
He beat Salt. That's like apparently a meme in the South Florida Discord right now that like, oh, I beat Salt. Like, because people literally don't believe that Luke beat Salt, but he beat Salt.
He did beat Salt. Salt is incredibly good.
Salt, one of the best Captain Falcon players in the game currently.
Oh, what a forward smash. Yeah, this is looking rough for our hero, Mike Hero.
Oh my God.
Battlefield.
Stomps
Especially, I think Battlefield 2 games in a row is always a bad option.
Really? What about 3 games in a row?
Worse. I think it gives them more time to warm up on their stage. And this is the stage that people traditionally pick to move around on anyway. And I feel like if you start Battlefield game 1 and then you go back game 2, or like you play one stage game 1 and then you counter pick Battlefield and then you play it again, I feel like it's just never a good idea.
There were 3 neutral interactions in that stock that mattered, basically.
Yeah.
And Luke won 2 out of 3 of them and won the stock.
That was incredible.
He's insane.